Hello everybody, Toreno here, and today we've got something that I've been looking forward to and many others have been looking forward to for a very long time. The Skink self-propelled anti-aircraft tank. Now, as you can probably see, this is basically a allied version of the Wind. It's got a fully enclosed turret, it's got quadruple 20mm Holston guns, which are basically Oerlikons that are simpler to make. So if it's anything like the Oerlikons in game, it will give us around 450 shots per minute, and 40mm penetration at 100 metres. So this will be a very fast firing, hard hitting vehicle against aircraft and even some lightly armoured tanks. It's got decent armour, it's about the same as the M4A1. It's actually built on a Grizzly tank, which is technically a Canadian built M4A1, so basically we can treat it as an M4A1. But yeah, so armour maxes out at around 50mm if I remember correctly. Its speed is about 25 miles per hour, maybe a little bit faster, so not the fastest tank in the world, but not the slowest either. And this is going to be coming into the British tech tree at rank 4, which makes sense because at the moment you've got the Ystervark at tier 3, 4.3 battle rating, and then you've just got a massive gap in tier 4, and you don't have anything till the Falcon at tier 5, which is an 8.0, so you've got a 3.7 battle rating gap, which just needs filling, and the Skink is probably the best vehicle to fill that gap. And we've also got a little bit of the history of the vehicle in the Devblog. Basically, to cut it short, it was designed as a self-propelled anti-aircraft vehicle, but by the time it was ready and able to be produced in large numbers, the Luftwaffe basically wasn't a threat anymore. This was by about 1944 or so. A few were sent to Western Europe, and they did actually do very well, considering they didn't really have any aerial opponents. Obviously, a quadruple 20mm gun does very well against ground targets, especially soft ones. But of course, that's not really enough to justify it being put into production, and so that was basically the end of it. They were eventually scrapped. But in War Thunder, I think this will be very successful. I mean, straight away, just by having the enclosed turret, it's already better than the Wind because you can't just strafe it with any old plane and take out a good number of the crew. If you want to go after this, you will need to go after this with actual dedicated anti-tank weapons. The Devblog also mentions an excellent hydraulic turret drive, so presumably this thing can turn its turret very quickly to deal with enemy air attack and respond quickly to ground attacks if needed. Again, it's not going to be the most lethal against ground vehicles, but lightly armoured ones it will be able to deal with pretty easily. And even those it can't penetrate, you can take out the tracks, take out the gun barrel, just harass them and basically keep them off balance until tanks that actually can deal with them turn up to help you out. Now, like I say, this tank has been basically wanted for a long time. Even I made a video about it back in 2015. So at least 7 years in my case, and probably longer for others. So yeah, I'll be very excited for this to come into the British tech tree. It's going to be tier 4, between 4.3 and 8, probably about 5 or 6 maybe. And it's going to make lineups around that battle rating just a lot more enjoyable. Because at the moment you're basically relegated to using the Ystervark, which isn't that bad from what I hear, but, you know, maybe not the best thing in the world once you get to higher ranks. And before the Ystervark, you were basically stuck with a Crusader Mark II, which used 2 Oerlikon cannons, which just didn't cut it in the higher battle ratings. So yeah, I'm very excited for this vehicle to come to War Thunder, and I'm glad that Gaijin are finally adding it. So anyway, just a quick video for today, hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.